how reindeer get high? They eat the mushroom that grows under the pine tree. Think about it. Christmas time, what do we put up? Pine trees. What's under the pine tree? The gifts for the children. It's a depiction of what happens in the wild. The gifts are the magic mushroom. Under the tree at home, when you're putting up a Christmas tree, is always pine. And what's under the pine tree? They are gifts. You see the correlation? People, for whatever reason, love to get high. They love to be in a different realm. I don't want to get high. I don't want to get drunk. I love the space that I am in mentally. And that's not me to judge anyone. But now that's enough of me rambling. Judge Boyd, she's dealing with a career addict. He's so high, he comes to court coming up with a reason why he was clean at first. And then what happened was he met a lady and she became his temptress. She got him from walking the straight and narrow, and now he's an addict again. Well, don't take my word for it. Let's dive into the content. For those that don't know me, my name is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Let's dive into the content. That's enough of me rambling.
All right. Court is calling 2018 CR 7000 State versus Richard D. Wallace. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? For the defense?
Michael Collins, attorney for defendant, present and ready.
And are you Mr. Wallace?
Yes, sir.
Now the court is going to proceed with the motions to revoke. Mr. Wallace, did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision, First Amended Motion to Revoke Community Supervision, and Second Amended Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Richard D. Wallace who was placed on community supervision in 2018 CR 7000 for the offense of assault, intentionally or reckless breathing, circulation, family, with a previous conviction on December 17, 2018 for a term of 7 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor, on the Second Amendment motion to revoke, violating condition number 1, on or about the 20th day of June 2024, Bear County Temptress, the defendant, Richard D. Wallace, committed the offense of possession of controlled substance violation of condition number 1.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 6 years in prison
Yes, ma'am.
and up to a $1,500 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, or your client?
Yes, sure.
And state. Knowing this, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Sure.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Or, however, the state is TIC taking into consideration 3 different cases. County Court 14 case number 722471, and that's a theft case, and then also a possession of controlled substance case as 2024 PF 04139, which we have pled true to, and that's a possession case, and another possession case of 2024 PF 04140. And Your Honor, the state is recommending revocation.
All right. And defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, my client was put on, it's a 7-year length of probation back on December 17th, 2018. Shortly thereafter, starting April 11th, 2019, he was sent to Safety. He completed Safety, did 186 days in Safety, Your Honor, completing it on October 14th, 2019. Beginning on October 14th, 2019, he was then sent to residential aftercare, which he did for 60 days, Your Honor, completing that on December 13th, 2019. Beginning on December 13th, 2019, and ending on August 18th, 2020, my client did set Safety outpatient aftercare, Your Honor. If you look at the motion to revoke, Your Honor, or the court summary, He had been testing, he was testing clean for a long time, Your Honor. Tested clean from December 17th, 2019 until July 23rd, 21. We did have one positive during that time period, Your Honor, 19 months. Right after that, my client, he hooked up with some lady that he knew or met. She was heavily into drugs. He relapsed, Your Honor. And as you see on the testing after that, it went downhill, Your Honor. Started testing positive, failed to submit, all those kind of things until.
Was her name Eve?
What's her name?
Janelle.
All right, I always say, was her name Eve because, you know,
Oh, the Temptress.
Yes. that's, we
Not this
blame
time.
women
Not this time, Your Honor.
for leading us astray.
No, he realizes he made a mistake in being with her and relapsing. Your Honor. What we're asking for, Your Honor, he realizes he has a problem here with the drugs, Your Honor. He'd like, safety did him good, Your Honor. He came out, he was doing fine. He'd like another chance. I believe in talking to the probation officer, there is another, like a relapse program or something like that they have through safety or something similar to that. And he's more than willing to want to get into that program and get himself some help, Your Honor. He still, of course, has until December of 25 at this point, if the court does not extend his probation. But of course, if the court extends it, he would have still a lot more time on probation.
All right, probation. What is probation's recommendation? All right. So is there anything you wish to say, Mr. Wallace?
Yes, ma'am, Judge.
All right, you can raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Richard D. Wallace.
All right, what would you like to say?
Just want to say, Judge, that come before you today that when I got out of prison, I did 9.5 years of a 10-year sentence. And that was 2017 when I was released. When I was released, I only stayed out. I came out with 6 months parole. And I came back to jail in 4 months. When I came back in 4 months, that's when I picked up that charge, the choke and strangulation. It's given a chance since it's AP. It did me some good. I did everything in my willpower to promise my family that I was going to succeed and finish this probation successfully because I had a courtroom full of family support. And I understand that I met somebody. I got with somebody as soon as I got out. I got with a good woman and she helped me save money. I was working. I was doing everything. But I happened to relapse. And then from there.
Well, let's back up a minute. The good woman you were with.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that the same woman who led you astray?
No.
So you preferred someone to lead you astray over to the good woman who was there for you always.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can continue.
And well, she tried to tell me to stop doing the drugs, but I was ready too hooked on drugs that's all I really cared about. And she got tired of it. She kicked me out. I went back to my mom's. I hooked up with this girl. And then from there, I just drowned myself in drugs. And after that, Your Honor, I relapsed. And I was ready. When I was going to probation, I was already in process. When I was coming out dirty, my probation officer had told me, well, I'm waiting for the courts to send me back on what they're going to do with you. So on that same day, that was a Wednesday, and 2 days later, I had a warrant put out for me. And well, that same day, I get a phone call. Well, that same day, I get locked up. I come to jail. I post bond because I was trying to get out before the MTR. So I get out. But this woman that I was with, Your Honor, and I'm just telling you the truth, man, it was over drugs. I didn't take her to the dope possible score. So we went to
oh no, here's the thing. Let me just tell you, the state didn't go over any of those allegations. They weighed them. So the only thing we're dealing with is your probation being violated because you were in possession of drugs.
And I mean, I just wanted to let you know how it went because it's the truth. And after that happened, came to jail, posted bond. The woman lied on me and said that I had hit her. She knew my rap sheet. I never touched the woman. Never. So after that happened, I posted bond. And 2 days later, when I posted bond, Monday, my probation calls me and asks me, she's like, how were you released if you're supposed to turn yourself in to Safe P because you were going to go back? I said, ma'am, I never I never turned myself in, picked up another charge. So from there, she had said, well, let me call you back. Well, from then, my phone died out and I never heard nothing. So I just left it like that. So I stayed on the run for a year. And that's just the truth, Your Honor. The only thing is that I'm asking you is that my life and my future is in your hands, you know? And all I'm asking is a chance. I'm coming to you for help so you could help me so I could successfully complete this probation. And I'm asking you that it's you that has the authority, the control, the power, that either you could help me, send me back to prison, or you can release me. And if it's in your will to put me in an outpatient or rehab, and I'm willing to do whatever the stipulations that you want to give me, I'm willing to do. And I leave it to you, Your Honor. And just for the record, I just didn't feel that with the VA, I tried to explain this, but I didn't have the chance. So I said, you know what, I'll just put my life into your hands and I'll let you decide.
Okay. Any questions, defense? State, any questions? All right. Could I have those printed out pages, please? All right, the court is finding violation of condition number 1 true. I want you to know that I always listen, and people who come before me, I see every person who comes before me as a human being. I don't see people as criminals. That is why normally I will call people the accused, because that's what they are. I try to stay away from calling people defendants and giving anybody, be it for the state or the defense, certain labels, because I think once you start giving those labels, then your mind switches to a different place. So I see you as an accused person. And I understand that there's been help for you. And the reason, when you're sent to safety and other places, I know that once you successfully complete safety, they place you in outpatient treatment. And when those things are done, you've been given the tools to stay clean and sober. And those tools are calling your sponsor, calling your probation officer and saying, hey, I'm back in the throes of my addiction. Can you help me? And both the state and the defense know that people who are placed on probation with me, normally, if it's an addiction issue for them personally, they're not picking up new charges. They are not hurting other people. They're hurting themselves. I will usually try to work with you and get you to an inpatient treatment. And if people don't want it, they don't want it. We can say, I tried, the state tried, the council tried. All right. Your case is something that's completely different. So I'm going to find number 1 true, take in consideration county court cause number 147. I'm sorry, take in consideration county court 14 cause number 722471, 2024 PF 04139, 2024 PF 04140. I'm going to give you credit for the time that was successfully completed in inpatient treatment, not the aftercare portion, just inpatient at safety. And of course, give you credit for any time served, which the court must do. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. I'm going to revoke you. I'll suggest the therapeutic community. You'll have to sign up for it. I have no jurisdiction to have you placed in that program. That program doesn't increase the length of time that you're in custody, but hopefully it will help you with your addictions. When you're released from prison, if you can't find a place for inpatient treatment, if you come back here, I will call around to make sure you get in place at an inpatient treatment facility. Does anyone wish to speak to length?
Yes, Judge, I mean, considering that it was suggested 7 before yesterday, the state's requested 6 years.
All right, defense.
Your Honor, in light of my client having gone through inpatient programs, outpatient programs, aftercare programs, Your Honor, and coming to the court and explaining that he still has problems with drugs, being very forthright to the court, we'd ask that the sentence be closer to 2 years, Your Honor.
All right, the court will sentence you to 6 years in prison. Is there anything else with regards from sentencing for either side? All right. Did you review the state you may be excused? Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
This one is Christmas.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is not a plea bargain agreement. You do have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is that it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on community supervision. Do you understand? Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. I wish nothing but the best for you, okay? All right, thank you.
And of course, over and above the inpatient treatment that he got, days credit that he got, of course, he's going to be getting all credit that he has been spent in custody.
Yes, you'll receive credit for the time that you've been in custody and also credit for any time in inpatient treatment.
Same.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And if you have any questions about that defense, just ask the clerks. They'll make sure he gets his time.
All right, so thank you for all who tuned into this video. As you can see, Judge Boyd wasn't playing with this guy. She gave him time and time, and you already know the case going to go a certain way. Is when you walk in, is when they walk into the courts, and and then the judge say, "Aren't you such and such from?" And then she gave a timestamp, the date, the time, the alleged crime. Well, it's not alleged anymore because you were convicted of it, right? Of the crime that you did, the sentencing that you received. You already know how things are going to turn out. Yes, that was me. But Judge, if you give me this chance, I know that chance I messed up, but if you give me this chance, I won't make the same mistakes on this chance like I did on that chance. You gotta believe me, Judge. This is the society that we are in, people. This society that we're in. You don't have to believe me that time, but believe this time. But nevertheless, this is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping on this channel. Also, for those that don't know me, I am building a website. The website will be finished soon, so you'll be able to go directly to the website and binge watch my videos. I was inspired looking at Court TV, so I figure if you got a centric place and you can click on these videos, because sometimes YouTube is not pushing my videos, and I can't be mad with YouTube, but guess what? If I take it upon myself and build my own website, then people will be able to understand the journey that Team Tiggio Court TV is on. But we'll see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.